Ready?
Ready?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the latest episode of Snitchin. It's your host, Kristen.
And Brittany, get ready for the best part of your day.
What's up, Britt? How was your weekend?
It was good. It was a weekend that I'm honestly glad is over because my husband, Chris, was in a golf tournament all weekend. So I had my two children all weekend, which was fun, but I made some poor decisions on Saturday night that I'm still kicking myself for. They do like an event with like, so the guests can like, see the clubhouse and like they like kind of like deck it out and it's full open bar and there's like a ton of food and it's like included in the money. Chris had to pay like a couple $100 to get in the tournament, so it's like free because it's part of that. So I was like, oh, why not? I guess I'll go. I've never been. Like Kelly's been like four times. She was like, you haven't been to this? And I was like, no. And now I remember why, because I would always be like, well, no, I have my kids all weekend. So like, I don't want to go out and like drink and come home late and then be like hungover taking care of them. So yeah, so that's what I did. And that's exactly what happened. Like my Saturday was so productive. I woke up, we went on a nice long walk. We went to the playground, we went to the library. I had like 11,000 steps by like
Let's
11 a.m. I
dang.
did all the chores. Tyler took a nap. I did a workout. I was like so productive.
Oh my
And
God.
then the event thing wasn't until like 7 p.m. and I didn't get home till like midnight. And so Sunday it was like a crash and burn.
Yeah.
So I was like eating McDonald's. I took them we had to like lay around. I laid around for a couple hours and we went to Target just to kill time. Then I was like, found myself driving around until 11 a.m. waiting for McDonald's lunch to open. Like, who am I?
Words I've never heard you say in your life.
Well, I wanted to get them food, but then I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting some fries and a nice DC.
Fountain DC is for McDonald's, might be the best DC on the planet.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Um, so yeah, then I like laid in my bed for an hour while Tyler took a nap and like literally didn't move. And I was just hurting all day. It was just the complete opposite. The house was an absolute disaster. And I got nothing done. So I guess parents, you guys can all laugh at me. Hopefully you have not been in the same experience.
How did Chris play? How was he feeling the next day?
Good. I mean, well, that's like, yeah, he had something Thursday night and Saturday, so it was tough. I don't think he played that good.
Mm,
Um, but I also don't really pay attention.
yeah, I mean, please. Well, it sounds like you had
Um,
fun on Saturday, even though you were paying for it. I mean,
yeah, it was fun. I got to hang out with like a lot of my aunts and uncles and my cousins were there and stuff, so it was fun. But I was like, oh, this is why I don't go to this event
yeah, right,
because
right.
it's just too hard taking care of children the next day. Like, you think parenting hungover is like a death sentence? Like single parenting hungover is actually a death sentence.
True torture.
So, yeah. So I'm behind on everything today. How was your weekend?
It was nice. Was with my family. I went and had a day with Melissa on Saturday. We bopped around Legacy Place. So that was really
Nice.
fun. And then I saw Coffee Date Man on Friday night. And then yesterday I kind of just chilled. I didn't do a whole lot, just Sunday reset. But I also started that the show Quarterback on Netflix came out season 2. So I
Oh,
binged
it
it.
did.
Oh yeah. And obviously I was so excited to see my main man Joe. But more than anything, Jared Goff, surprise of the series. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh my God,
I used to
right?
have him on my fantasy team like when he was like a rookie and he was like really good. It was like a good pick, so I always kind of like him.
No, he is so endearing. So his wife is named Kristen. She's beautiful, like a model. It got me thinking, it must be really hard to be an NFL quarterback's wife. Jared Goff, episode 1, talks about how when he was traded from Los Angeles to Detroit, he was totally blindsided. Like there was no conversation. You can tell he was still bitter about it, the way he
That
brought it up.
sucks. Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so if you're Kristen Goff, you meet this guy when he moves out here in 2018, start dating, and you're in Los Angeles, and then you have to move to Detroit
Oh
on a
God.
moment, on a whim.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hard. Shout out to the Wags because you girls are holding it down. And I just feel like you have to you have to like make your life fit around their life and just be okay knowing that they're the breadwinners, famous,
They could be gone for like a long time, days at a time and stuff like that too.
gone for long days at a time. And you're probably going to have women throwing themselves at your man everywhere they go.
True. I didn't even think of that.
The wives,
I feel like
shout
though
out.
there is a slight, it's more impressive for like the not as famous football players that don't make a lot of money, like their wives. Because I feel like if you
Yes.
make a lot of money and can have like nannies and can like travel as often as you want and like have all this help in the world, that's not as impressive.
Yeah, that's true. You should watch it. I think you would really like it. And I think it's a good for any girly that has any interest in football. It's a really good watch. And you could watch it with your partners if they like football too.
Mm, I'm not gonna watch with Chris.
Why?
Because he just like shits all over anyone that's not the Patriots. It's like boring. Like, okay, the Patriots aren't good anymore. And like he wouldn't like t watching like Joe Burrow's fashion and all that. He'd be like so annoying. So, Jared Goff's cute too, I think.
No, Jared Goff is so cute. Jared Goff is like he's my new football crush.
I'm interested in him. You've made me more interested, but I like already kind of was because I was like, I feel like he's good and no one really talks about him.
They talk a lot about how that team like is really risky. They'll go for it on fourth down a lot. Like they're fun to watch.
I love that.
Yeah. No, I was really surprised by the end of it. I was just as interested in him. And Kirk Cousins is just like kind of a funny, goofy dude.
Was he on the last one?
Yeah.
Isn't he the one that has like 10 kids?
No. But
Oh,
he's the one
maybe it was someone else.
who's he has, I think, two boys, but he's the one whose wife picks out his clothing and he kind of gets.
Ew.
Do you think that's weird?
I mean, maybe not. It's when you say it like outright like that, it sounds weird. Yeah.
Well, I guess people kind of, he was trending on Twitter and trending online because he was wearing these very Kohl's Cash Target shirts that were just like compared to his teammates who are all swagged out. People were making fun of him. And he says, "Oh, my wife Julie just picks out my outfits."
Yeah, I mean, I did have the same thought like right after like my brother Kyle's like that. He just like doesn't care about clothes. He'll wear khakis and black sneakers everywhere. So sometimes he needs someone like he needs Sammy to help him get dressed.
Yeah.
So if it's like that, then it's not as crazy.
Yeah. But that was my big news from the weekend. Okay, should we talk about Bieber's new album? We said that on
Oh
Friday we
yeah.
were going to listen to it over the weekend and talk about it on Monday. Swag. What did you think?
I like it. I feel like the more at once I was like two or three times through it, I started to like it more. I maintain that like it's hard to understand him at some parts. I don't know if it's like a Billie Eilish type of thing. So I'm like having trouble fi figuring out like what all the songs are about. But I like it. I like the R&B vibe. My favorite song is Daisies, I think, right now.
Daisy's stands out to me. I also really like All I Can Take, the first one,
Yeah.
and it's catchy.
Yeah, it gets stuck in my head.
And 405 was another one
I
that,
like that one too.
oh my God, Britt.
Yeah, and that one's like way down.
The way I listen to music, I'm curious how you do it. I'll go on Apple Music and I'll normally listen to the song and then I'll skim the lyrics really quickly.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I need to do that. I don't usually.
That's what I did for all of them. And you can definitely tell it's a love album. It's about like him being in love with Haley, some of the struggles that they've had, but like at the end of the day, that's his girl. And then
Oh, I love
also,
that.
yeah, being a dad. There's 21 tracks on it, but that is misleading. When I first saw
Yeah.
21 tracks, I was like, what is this like TTPD bar two? Like this is going to be a lot
Yeah.
to listen to, but it's less than an hour long. And it's because he has three of the tracks are actually just minute long.
It's like a comedian.
Exactly. It's like a sketch almost.
hmm I was gonna say, it reminded me of with Selena's album,
I had
the
the
new one
same
that came out
thought.
earlier this year. Yeah.
Selena Gomez's album that she did with Benny Blanco, the first song on it is a recording. And I found out that it was from the last or one of the last days that they shot Wizards of Waverly Place. And it was like the speech that she gave to the crew and cast there.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah, which I thought was cool to like bring that back really full circle. But Bieber did the same thing. He has three tracks on here that are like his therapy sessions. But it's like
Yeah.
it's the difference between listening to like singles versus listening to an album full through. I felt like I had a different experience listening to it full through with those interspersed because it gives context to like what he's
Yeah.
talking about. Like he in one of the things he talks about how him living under the microscope and being famous, that like people keep asking him, are you okay? Are you okay? And that makes
Mm.
him paranoid. Like, am I okay? Am I the only person that's struggling or whatever? And he has one about the paparazzi. I liked that he had them.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like on those, but I don't mind them. I feel like, I mean, it's part of like the art.
Exactly. Like that's exactly my point. Like that's the difference between a single and like the full it's a part of the album. It's
Yeah,
like a part of the whole thing he's trying to do.
right. Yeah, it makes it feel like more cohesive or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I feel like it's like I like it. I feel like I get the point that they're trying to make. It's a part of the art, and like I feel like the therapy sessions and stuff. It's like things he wants you to know, but it's also kind of like I've always thought like in TV when they have like a therapy session, it's like cheap. Like that's like an easy way out to like explain to the audience all like the characters' feelings and stuff like that. It's just like an
Mm,
easy way out rather than like making more incorporated into the songs.
yeah.
But I don't think there's a single.
I don't think so because it was a surprise album. But I think Daisies is the one that I've seen the most online. I think that's the one that's getting like the most traction. But I haven't heard him
Yeah.
release an actual single.
Daisy sounds like a Harry Styles song.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It wasn't that I know I didn't have that thought. But
Well,
I'd have to go back.
listen to it again.
I'll go back and listen. I just love his voice. When we listen to a Taylor album, so much of what we're listening for is the lyrics. Like that's what we're breaking down
Yeah.
and paying attention to. That's not how I feel about this album. Like I knew it was about like Haley and being a dad and all of that. But even my favorite songs like 405 and All I Can Take, it's a lot of the same lyrics just over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
Or it's like this whining, like I don't know, this like mumbling kind of thing.
Yeah, like you're not reading it, you're not listening to it for his like lyrical prowess in my mind.
Yeah. Does he write his own songs?
On each song, there's literally like seven people that are credited for writing and producing.
Mm.
Like the first one, All I Can Take, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. And that's like how all of them are.
Oh, so yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. So it's just like a lot of people on there.
Did you
But
see the like artwork?
yeah, I did see the artwork. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. No, I like it. Yeah. I have no issue with it.
I liked how he had Haley and Jack, the baby, in it.
Me too. It seems like it's been reviewed pretty well. Pitchfork.
Yeah, I feel like it's been like it's like but like more good than bad.
But one thing I read that stood out was someone said it's like the best PR control you could have, which I agree with because he's able to like speak his side of the story. And then I feel like
Mm.
people kind of give him a break. They're like, all right, let's lay off this guy. He's just human. So good timing for it for sure.
Yeah, I feel like Bieber is always facing adversity. I don't know why.
Yeah, totally.
Seems like he's always just getting slammed. But yeah. All right, what do we get next?
Next, another headline that came out last week. There's actually been a lot that's come out over the weekend. I don't know if you saw, but like we don't have time to get into all of these, but Olivia Colpo gave birth to her baby girl.
Mm,
What do you think of the name Colette?
I don't know. It's fine.
I don't know much about the Colpos. I'm not one that follows them on social media, and
Yeah, same.
I never watched their show. And Christian McCaffrey, I don't know anything about his personality. So I guess I say that to say like my opinion, like take it with a grain of salt. She strikes me as someone that wants to be like classic and timeless. And like with her wedding, she had a really long sleeve simple wedding
Oh, I saw
dress.
that. Yeah.
Remember that? And everyone thought it was going to be so different because she's such a fashionista. But it was almost like
Hmm.
she tried to go really simple, elegant, whatever. And then she kind of got some hate for it. I feel like that it's this with the name. Like Colette, I feel like she's trying to make it.
Mm,
Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like trying to make it like yeah, classy or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Well,
diff
you got to remember she comes from like the pageant world,
right.
which I feel like is key.
She's in that Dallas Cowboy cheerleader realm. She's adjacent.
Exactly. Exactly.
It reads like it's trying too hard. Hot take.
Yeah, I don't like names that are long that like you can't really shorten to. Like Colette, what do you call her? Let
Call
call? Yeah,
Lottie.
you don't. Maybe that, but that's so far off.
Yeah. I actually don't hate the name, but just on them, I immediately dismiss it as like, all right, you're just, I don't know. You're
Yeah,
trying to be
trying to
unique
be
and
like
different, but you're this.
premium. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so that happened. Oh, did you see Jennifer Aniston's got a new boo?
Yeah, hypnotist. That's cool.
That doesn't surprise me. I think she's very into meditation and
Like wellness and stuff.
wellness and yeah, so that happened. Brody Jenner got married. I feel like Brody Jenner, I has he been married before? I feel like this man's married all the time. Am I
I
wrong?
It's funny that you say that because I got like an email that's like, the People sends you like the headlines or whatever. And I was like, Brody Jenner's just getting married? Like, I thought he'd been married before.
Same, 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 same. So yeah, that happened. We're not Love Islanders, but I know that that came to a finish. So a lot happened over the weekend. But the one that I think we need to talk to, and then we'll do the
The book.
oh the yeah the book. Scheana Shay was in the news. She just released her memoir. Which did you? I did not know she was.
The fact that she's writing a memoir is laugh out loud funny.
Scheana,
I mean, like,
Scheana.
she should be writing like a comic book or something.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, Scheana Shay from Vanderpump Rules fame wrote a memoir. In it, she talks about how her now husband, Brock, cheated on her when she was pregnant with their daughter, Summer Moon, back in, I think it was 2023. I don't have the article up, but it was around, and it came, I guess it was like around the Scandival time. Because do you remember there was a lot of press about Brock having an affair with Raquel slash Rachel?
Yeah.
So I
But
think
she was
that's
pregnant. Summer's like the same age as Connor. So she was pregnant with her in like 2020, 2021.
I think yes, yes. But I think when the Scandival stuff came out and she started pressing Brock, and that's when she found out that he
Oh, I see, I see.
cheated when she was pregnant. Obviously, they're still together. And she said essentially that he told her, and the reason that he stepped out was because he was struggling to deal with the stress of like being a dad, but also because I think he was having issues about his own self-esteem because he does have a daughter or has kids in Australia that he is estranged from, never sees them. So he was like, can I handle being a dad? Do I deserve to be a dad? Which,
Poor excuse.
okay, thank you for, I was just going to say, eye rolling. Like, give me a break.
I'm having such a hard time. I don't know my identity as a dad. Okay, let me go just go cheat on someone, like sleep with someone. What?
Like, A plus B does not equal C, sir. You're not going to find it.
Yeah.
Like, do
That's
you
actually the opposite thing you should do if you're trying to be a good dad or whatever.
totally like, do you think that you're going to garner sympathy from all of these people because we're supposed to understand the struggle you're going through being scared to be a parent? Like, who isn't?
Yeah, legit.
Like,
Like this is something everyone deals with as kids.
like, yeah, sorry, Brock. I feel bad for Scheana, but it's also just seems typical for Scheana. Like, she's just clueless. Her first husband, what Shay, was out to lunch.
That was Michael Shay. I just think it's so weird that she goes by his last name.
I think that's very strange too.
They were married for like 3 months, weren't they?
It's really weird. Totally.
She had a crop top wedding dress. That was the crop top wedding dress.
The crop top, I've never seen a bigger bridezilla the day of her wedding. Sheena was a legit nightmare that whole
Yeah.
wedding. It was ridiculous. I felt so bad for her wedding planner. And also, I was like, what a terrible attitude to have during what's supposed to be the happiest day of your life. Like, you're ruining it.
What like percentage of her book do you think is about her wedding?
Oh my God, Brittany.
Like 30?
No, like
30 to
that.
40?
Probably. Oh my God. And then I think, didn't she perform Good as Gold?
Oh yeah. I forgot
Uh,
about that. Well, that I think was when she got married to Brock.
oh, she performed it okay, yeah.
Yeah. So she's got married twice. And then she had that guy that could hang the TV in 7 minutes. They didn't get married.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like she's just clueless. Like she was so obsessed with that guy Rob, and then he like didn't like her. Remember that? He was like, "Bye, Sheena." Like
Yeah.
bye.
Poor Scheana. She's so surface.
I know, but that's why I feel almost like worse for her in this scenario because I feel like she's just
True.
this
I see.
this character I built in my head. I'm like, oh, Sheena.
I know. I was also kind of sad to hear that because I like Brock and I feel like they're good together. I've been happy for Scheana lately.
Yeah,
I
me
wish her the
too.
best, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, but yeah, I was definitely sad to find out, and it definitely is way worse, the fact that she was pregnant. I'm honestly more interested in the memoir. I like need to know what's in it.
Wait, do we read Scheana Shay? Sheena Marie Shea
No,
Davies?
fuck no, I'm not reading it.
You don't
I'm getting
want
like the
to?
Spark Notes version.
Okay.
No. I feel like I'd be dumber after reading that. I'm not wasting my time. Did- No.
There is a new Housewives, and I think we should watch it. It's the Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
That doesn't sound interesting.
I'm gonna watch it.
I
I
mean,
can't.
I'll watch it because it's around here, but like if I wasn't from here, I would be like, why do I want to watch a show in fucking Rhode Island?
I know. Apparently, it's very Italian.
So maybe it's like a Jersey one.
Yeah, it's giving Jersey vibes. But you know who is cast as a housewife? I'm so excited about this. Heather actually messaged me about this. Ashley Iconetti from The Bachelor.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, Brett. She is iconic in Bachelor Nation. So her and Jared are a couple that are both Bachelor alums. They met on Bachelor in Paradise. I'm obsessed with this couple. I follow them on social. There's such a good social follow. Follow them. And he's from Rhode Island. So they live in Rhode Island now. They actually have a coffee shop in Rhode Island that they own. I think I
Oh.
need to get there. But yeah, it was just revealed that they're being cast. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm like surprised. I feel like Rhode Island is so random. I don't know. I mean, yeah, but maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. In general, though, the housewives are kind of boring to me.
I know
Um,
that's okay. You don't have to be a reality TV junkie.
well, it's like sometimes I can get into them, but it has to be like a good one. I like if I am not entertained in a reality TV show, I'll just stop watching it.
Yeah, I hear
But so
that.
like if you tell me something's good and then I watch it, then I'll probably like it. But I wouldn't just go start Housewives.
Yeah.
Definitely not The Bachelor. Ugh. Sorry.
It depends on the season with The Bachelor. Sometimes I can get into it, but Paradise is great. Paradise is more authentic because they're like, it's not like one man dates 30 women and they're all vying for his
Mm,
attention. It's they're all dating each other.
yeah, that's much better. I that was always my problem with The Bachelor. It's just like a weird dynamic.
Yeah, no hurt. But anywho, last thing that we want to get to, because we're kind of like going over on time. We were gonna do this on Friday, but we didn't have time. The book review for In 5 Years. I don't think we've actually said the premise. So to set the stage a little bit, basically, it's about a woman who you find out very early on, very type A, really like controlling in her life. She wants to have a pulse on everything, have everything fall perfectly into place. So it's all working out for her. She's getting into a top law firm in New York. She's about to get engaged to her boyfriend in like a picture perfect way. They get engaged, and that night she falls asleep and has a dream that she's 5 years in the future, but it's not a dream. It feels really real. And she realizes that she's not in the same apartment with her fiance. She's in a whole new apartment with a new man named Aaron Gregory. They end up having a night together. She wakes up and she's back in her real life. And she can't seem to shake the dream because it felt so real. And then it kind of goes on to, you know,
Yeah.
that's like the
It's hard to
first.
like say it without giving it away.
Right. Well, but I mean, that happens. And this is something I was going to say I really liked about this book. It's really fast paced and
Mm.
you find all of that out in the first 2 to 3 chapters. It sets the
It's an easy, quick
stage.
read.
I think I
Quick,
read the
easy
whole
read.
thing in like 5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it was less than 300 pages.
Yeah.
Good job recapping it though.
Thank
Good
you.
summary.
And essentially she, it fast forwards like about 4.5 years in the future, and she's still with the fiance, but you can tell the dream did get to her because she hasn't married him yet. And then you end up finding out who the dream man is, and it all kind of unfolds. And so that's all we'll say, just in case, this makes you interested enough to go pick up the book and read it. It's a really quick read, like Britt and I said. It's entertaining for sure. But one thing I noticed is that it was written or it was published in March 2020.
I caught on to that too, that it was 2020. I forget how, but I remember being like, oh wait, when was this made? I feel like yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that's so trippy. Like she finished it right before COVID. It's published in the month of COVID. And then in the book, they're predicting what life is going to be like in 5 years. So it's 2025. I just was like reading it and I was like, oh, this is just like a weird, trippy thing that this lady, when she wrote,
Yeah,
didn't know what was actually going
yeah.
to happen.
Yeah. There was something I feel like in the book that made me be like, oh wait, this must have been pre-COVID. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, well, I feel like we kind of have, I mean, I think if you want to read the book, maybe just stop now, the podcast, because how are we going to talk about it?
Yeah, okay, just sign off now. We're gonna give some spoilers, but we'll be back on Wednesday, so just tune in then.
And like
Okay.
us on social.
And like us on social. Yeah. Um I guess do you want to say how it ends? Or
Sure,
like,
yeah. So the guy, Aaron, that's his name, right?
yeah,
He ends up being her, so she has her best friend. What's the best friend's name? Bella?
Bella, yeah.
Bella. So yeah, she grew up with this best friend and they're like Bella ends up dating him and she's like, "Oh, I'm like really into this guy." Like I guess she kind of like she hasn't had a long relationship before, but she's finally found the one and it turns out to be Aaron, the guy that the main girl dreamt slept with or whatever. She's like all freaked out about that, which I was like, "Whoa, how are they going to get out of this?" But then it takes a little bit of a turn. Bella ends up getting cancer, like bad cancer. And I think she gets diagnosed, she dies in like less than a year. So like she's like newly dating this guy, Aaron, who like sticks around and they're like in love and blah blah blah. And then at the end, she passes away and the main girl sleeps with Aaron, her boyfriend. And like she's like, oh, the whole thing was just like about grief or something. Like it wasn't love she was feeling, it was grief.
Yeah, she said so when she gets in the first couple of chapters when she is in her flash forward basically, she says in the chapter there's this feeling I'm feeling, this like overwhelming feeling I can't name it, I can't name it. So the whole time you're kind of like wondering what it is and it turns out that it's grief because she ends up having this like affair or not affair but this one night with Aaron after the funeral of her best friend. So
Mhm.
you realize like at that point that it's not that she's really in love with Aaron, it's just that she was overwhelmed by her best friend's death. Yeah, I think you go into the book thinking it's going to be a classic internal conflict. Like she's
Mhm.
going to have to choose between the life that she should quote unquote have versus the person she's really in love with. And you think after the first couple of chapters that's really what the book's going to be about, and I was surprised that that's not what the book was about. It's really about her and her best friend. Her You find out that the main woman, what's her name? Shoot, what did we just say her
I
name
don't
was?
remember.
Danny. So basically, backstory: Danny's brother dies in a car crash, a drunk driving accident when she's a kid. So
I forgot about that. Yeah.
you kind of realize like the whole theme of the book is like you want to control life, but you can't. You can't control like what's going to happen. So kind of live for now is that's what I took away from the book. So yeah, I mean, it was so sad. Like I was definitely in crocodile tears at some point. I will say the kiss between Aaron and Danny, like that hookup,
Hmm.
seemed very random to me. I do not think that they built up that relationship between the two of them well enough to where you would think that
Yeah.
they would actually hook up after
Yeah.
Bella dies.
Yeah. It wasn't like they were like flirting throughout the book and like it had feelings for each other. It was just, yeah, it was like they were upset, so had sex with each other. I felt a little like tricked at the end of the book. That was
Yeah.
what I liked the book, but I felt like I got tricked because I was like, wait, so you telling me this whole time, this whole dream that this was about is like not, I don't know, what you've been saying it was the whole time. I don't know. But then I was glad she ended up getting, like, it seems like they were, teeing up that she was going to get together with that doctor.
Yeah. So it does end up, it definitely leaves on like a hopeful note where,
Yeah.
and there was one part in the book. So you kind of wonder in the dream, in the flash forward, Danny is saying how she's in a new apartment and you're kind of wondering like how does this apartment end up being hers? Because she says in the flash forward that her closet has her stuff in it, like so she knows she lives there in this.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you come to find out one of the parts that made me cry was that Bella, like as she was dying, buys this apartment for Danny and renovates it, and gives it to her as a gift. And it's almost like she's
Mm.
taking care of Danny and whereas you feel like roles are reversed and it's always like Danny taking care of Bella's. So that was a really sweet chapter. I was dying and I was like, oh my God, I was bawling my eyes out at that.
Yeah. I
What would
know. That was another thing about the book. It was like I was a little bit blindsided by like the sad aspect. I wasn't expecting that going in.
well, you
Yeah.
kind of gave me a heads up. You said it was sad.
Well,
But
yeah, because I read it right after Demon Copperhead. I like quit Demon Copperhead because I was like, this is the saddest book I've ever written. I'm so depressed. And I was like, oh, I'll start this in 5 years. It's a romance book, 250 pages, easy to read. And it was like, no, childhood friend getting cancer and dying in months.
well, should we do like the like we have for the movies and things? Should we do a book rating? One to
Yeah,
10?
1 to 10.
Yeah.
Well, you go first.
It was okay. Prose, fast paced, quick read, easy read. I liked the characters and it made me cry pretty heavily. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
I was gonna say 7.
We're aligned.
Yeah, I thought it was a good book. The ending, I was just like a little bit like,
Yeah.
with. Felt tricked.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for this Monday episode. We hope you all have a wonderful week. We're going to be back on Wednesday and Friday. So tune in there, share us on social, and have a great rest of your Monday.
Bye, Stitches.